It's been a good day to be a GOAT here in the Overwatch Beat Invitational Season 4. I'm ZP, joined here by JCap, and we just saw Envision get upset by the GOATs, but now their biggest challenge ahead of them, the newly revamped NRG, which looked nothing but unstoppable yesterday, awaits them at the top of this mountain.
I'm Jason Kaplan, joined here by ZP, as we're going to bring you the action coming into the grand finals, and we'll see who's going to take the victory and who will unfortunately be taking the second place. For people wondering, with NRG coming from the winner bracket, it means they get a map choice advantage. They get to choose the first map. They will not be getting a map advantage, but they'll just be getting that instead. Or sorry, a map lead advantage. They'll get map choice advantage instead.
And it will be 3 out of 5, not a 2 out of 3. Most of the matches here, of course, have been that 2 out of 3 setup, but not the upper bracket finals and certainly not the grand finals. So there will be plenty of time here for teams to adapt around each other, for teams to feel each other out. But given what we saw from NRG yesterday, NRG was playing very, very well. Stratus was playing, I think, better than we've ever seen him. And Poise certainly was a big upgrade over his final appearance in Contender Season 1. And I'm sad to say there was a moment here where Rob joined, and his name was Rob420, but now he is back to Rob Dab. You didn't see that, Jason.
I did. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw it. Can you just do it one more time?
No, that was it.
Do it for our sponsors. Do it for Soylent. Do it for Plexter. Do it for Sennheiser. Do it for Twitch. Do it for AMD. Let me just see you machine gun 5 dabs. We got a replay of the facepalm.
That actually just broke me. Machine gun 5 dabs.
Can we get the replay one more time of the dab? Just really quick, if people online to watch.
No, absolutely not. Look, that is a limited time offer. Limited time.
Oh, we missed it. No, the replay doesn't show it in time. Damn. All right, well,
good.
I'm sure someone's gonna Twitch clip that anyways, so we'll be good. We're going to Hollywood next.
It says Kings for on the program feed, but it's oh, no, it's Hollywood.
He's just testing us to see if we're paying attention.
Are you looking at the program feed casters? Because just so you know, we're heading to Hollywood.
Someone clip that, send me a link, and I'll send you like $5 on PayPal.
What? Why do you have to bribe Twitch chat now? They would have done it for free.
Well, I'm gonna use it as like my sub notification now when I stream. So.
No, oh God, what have I done? Well, at least it's gonna be like 5 people watching it. Actually,
I get a classy 15. Okay.
It's true. I've seen him play Subnautica and get freaked out by fish.
The oceans are scary. All right, I got that last phobia. Looking at compositions though, on the defense side, it will be NRG. We will have the Orisa Hogs. So, so they're gonna have the HH combo, the Halt and the Hook, up against the comp we've been seeing already. GOATs use time and time again.
And look, I mean, if you're the GOATs, why change anything up right now? They've been playing this really effectively. We've seen Wavy get a lot of value off the Zarya. And Sid in particular has been picking the right moments to move in Brigitte and just cleave people down. But I gotta tell you, going up against Smex's Roadhog, easier said than done. He was sublime yesterday here in Hollywood when they full held Envision, but I'm not quite sure the offense here cares. The GOATs immediately going on to the point, and I'll see if Envision can respond. They got Gator immediately, and that's a good start.
And they're not really giving much energy to Wavy, which is a really smart play. Not letting him get to the 100 charge he was at before. Oh man, Twitch chat just cut to your dab, and I didn't get to see because I was casting.
Well, yeah, you should be looking at the fight right now, where Envision is actually doing quite well. Definitely don't look at my misery and force cringe.
Wait, Envision's doing well. I don't know what game you were watching last time, but that's not what I saw. NRG's doing all right though.
I don't know why I said Envision. Probably because yeah, okay. Yeah, you try to change that there. Put that in me just because, yes, NRG, you're doing kind of well. I mean, it's part on.
That's your punishment.
Fine. I apologize for nothing, however, as NRG is in a very good spot right now, as we see GOATs, again, just trying to brute force the point, but it's contested before they get a tick. Smex gonna drop on down, close to the whole hog. Gator focused down again, and this time it's Poise, the Tire doing his dirty work, and NRG not really affected too much by what we're seeing here from the GOATs. They even activate the rally, but they do it in such a losing fight that I don't think it's gonna work out for them.
Oh, they still have to worry about a Graviton coming up really soon. High energy again for Wavy, 97%. He's gonna have the Graviton now. He could go for it. He knows there's no Transcendence. But I don't think they have the people to actually pull this one off. I don't know if they do.
Nope, they don't. And Smex's whole hog is going to be the thing that seals the fight. However, that wasn't too bad for the Goats. 2 minutes are off the clock, and they got 2 ticks. They could be in a worse position here, and they even have the grab charged up for the next fight, where Wavy is in a pretty good position. Not a lot to get in his way.
Well, if Poise can get another tire up, that could like be enough to shut this down. You just have to spread out, and with them holding Cafe, they should know the Graviton's coming. So they can expect it to be here, they just have to have a solution for it.
They have a window, they immediately grab. Let's see if the fall through's gonna be there, but here's the tire. Poise just got up in the middle of the fight, fired the hole, the Graviton doesn't result in kills. Specs even gets a Kimbo, and by the way, here's tire. Rolling, done! Takes down 2.
And the Rise words of Limp Bizkit. Right there for ZP code. The Graviton was great. Problem is, again, what follow-up do you have? You're not running a Dragon Strike. You're not running a Hanzo. So, congrats. You get a grab off, but you weren't ever in a position to capitalize off of that.
You know, Jason, I gotta confess, I'm actually thinking of Undertaker in his less than glorious years where he was a biker.
Isn't he back?
He's like 80 years old. How is he not retired? It doesn't matter. Next fight about to be underway. Stratus on the top. The rest of the Goats looking for win. They do have double support ults here, and I think we're just gonna open with the barrier, support with the Colossus. You do have to kind of layer these a little bit more. Early barrier, look to Akimbo now. Gonna have to Colossus to keep Gator alive. Gator under a lot of pressure, but no, Tensa falls to the side. Specs again, his hook on point. The Dragon going through the team, doing a decent amount of damage. And NRG, though, they lose Swan. They're not able to keep him up, and they're under more pressure than they've ever been. But then you look back to point. He's just gonna sweep out. No, they don't stay on the point!
No, they don't. Swan was getting rezzed, and he got rezzed like a millisecond too late, so he wasn't able to actually spawn back in on top of it. They're still keeping them off the payload. You might have gotten control. You might have capped the point, but all you do is move your spawns closer for NRG to pick up kill.
Well, NRG, at the very least, they're gonna go, well, we can still kill you in your spawn, but that is this thing a little bit and not even go that far up.
But Gravy in chat, that's a fresh rune CP when you mention Envision.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they shouldn't have lost 2-0.
Oh. Oh.
What? It's true.
Oh.
If they want to be here, don't lose 2-0. Either way, Poise on the perch right now, stuck in the ground, but well protected by the building. Gonna let another one rip over the top. He smelt it, he dealt it, it took down Wavy.
He did get punished for it. They did lose Poise, but Stratus is still doing some good damage against Kalush, who's gonna fall, and they will continue to hold the payload here yet again. Just gonna try to delay the D.Va as much as they possibly can. That ult's gonna miss, but doesn't matter. And now Goats, they capture the point, yes, but they only have 2 minutes to push through to second.
The other problem here is that Specs has been having a ridiculous game the entire way through, where every fight gets a hook in the back, gets another one. Why not? He's been terrorizing the backline, particularly getting on Tensa multiple times. Specs has been definitely the linchpin of this NRG defense.
Oh.
Early Dragon, and the Earthshard doesn't get much at all. Specs just sidesteps it.
The Dragon did a serious amount of damage to their team too. They're trying to heal up their wounds still yet. The Riley's gonna come in for Sit, trying to get them extra tanky with the armor. They do pick up the first kill. So Mex gets caught being a little bit too aggressive. Substruct being thrown in Stratus. You're just barely we won't escape it.
No,
Stratus will be back alive.
Tried to air dodge out of the way.
Just tried to air dab? What's an air dab, ZP?
You know, no, I'm not air dabbing. Jasper can put me on stream. I'm not doing it. Energy though, plenty of momentum here. Or sorry, Goats, plenty of momentum, but not much time.
Spec switching. Actually, they just went for a full switch here. So they got the Zarya coming out and the Reinhardt now. No more Risa, no more Hog. They've lost a lot of ult percent. Wavy's at 77% on his next Graviton. Again, they're fighting on the ground, so the Graviton could be good here to allow Gator to swing it. Gator's still trying to get that shatter up.
Tensa holding on to the barrier, takes down Swan from afar, doesn't even need to drop the beat here. But, does it anyways. Phosix is down, Specs is down, but Poise off the tire. It's not going to be enough.
They already captured the point, too.
Yeah. Goats in plenty of good position. They probably even could have saved that, but hey, why not be sure? 2 minutes left, and they've made up a little bit for lost time.
What is... Wait. Never mind. I was like, what does a G look like upside down? What does a lowercase g look like upside down?
I don't know if that looks like something
What does
bad.
a G look like? Never, forget it. This is taking way too much brain power for me at 3 in the morning. I'm trying to say a 9, NR9, C9, because they... Anyways, we do see the Graviton coming in, catches on a 2. God, that was a terrible thing I was trying to do right there, but that was also terrible what they just did to NRG, picked up 3 kills.
It was a good Graviton. That was one thing not terrible in that entire, 10-second sequence. And look, I might have dabbed, but yeah, it's still worse. I can't even throw shade. It doesn't even matter. But the Goats now with speed and momentum. Could even finish this with time over a minute. However, Rob is going to be coming out here. He's going to transcend early, and that's going to help NRG. In fact, the offense backs out a little bit. They just want to wait, get a little bit of lead time on the rally, but this has to be the time for Rob to transcend. Under pressure, barely gets it off. Self-destruct gets poised, but NRG off the transcendence, trying to fight this back the other way. The rally armor, though, being a huge impediment to them. And Gator, Earth Shatter up, Earth Shatter down. Is that going to be enough? Certainly, that's a little bit late, but he ends up dying right after.
Payload. Oh my god. All right, so Stratus does come in. He switches to Brigitte. They do get a nice Earth Shatter out of Swan. Gets 2 down, but they haven't really been able to convert it into any kills just yet. They still have a lot of healing with Sit and Tensa alive. I think we're going to see the Valkyrie popped out of Phazix. Rob switching over to Moira as well to get back in here. The Res going to come in for Swan, and Swan will be able to be the shield they need to maybe hold on.
They have to stand the point. Swan just barely getting back in time. NRG could reasonably fight this back, but it's getting really down to the wire. Swan dashes away. Okay, you got the pin. Get back on the point. NRG barely hanging on for dear life right now. 8 seconds left. 0.79 meters away. And it is a slugfest here. The point, self-destruct on top. Stay at the point. Rob, a nice fade. Lets him stay on. Not getting blown up. Stratus right there as well. But it might not be enough. It's Stratus versus the world on D.Va. So many tanks around him. They're going to knock him off. And they're going to slide it right in. Oh. That was quite a final fight.
Yep, sorry. Just, nothing. Yeah.
Can I help you, Jason?
No, we're good. We're in. It's not too late for me to stay mature and to stay focused.
Excellent. Awesome.
Again, you have to kind of date back this entire match off of that res that came in. Not saying Phazix messed it up in any way, but I guess in general, NRG just didn't keep a man on the payload. They potentially would have been, actually, they would have been able to full hold that first point if they just had a man touching the payload at that time, because then they then wiped him thereafter. Kind of unfortunate for him, but again, they held him into overtime on the finish, so as long as they finished with over a minute left to go, then they still could easily... I just caught up to the G thing. Then they still could potentially take this map.
You know, actually,
it's 3:30 a.m. here, guys, for me.
Have mercy on Jason, for he knows not what he dabs. Have you ever dabbed, Jason?
No, I refuse. No, wait, yes, I have. But out of irony, not out of will.
You know, there's a hidden picture from DreamHack 16 where me and Mitch were like dabbing like against each other, right? Like it was both dabbing at the same time. Like
it wouldn't surprise me. That's something Mitch would do, 100%.
Zoe has that picture somewhere. It's like hidden in the vault of blackmail for both of us. It's really quite terrible.
I believe it. I know Mitch doesn't. Never mind. Again, let's just move past it. Let's just ignore this. I don't need to go into it. They're gonna be running Stratus, looks like, on Widowmaker though on attack.
Okay, this would be interesting, where Stratus is more known for his projectile prowess. Right now he might just be looking the spot and then changing. I think that's what's going on, and okay. When in doubt, we all Brigitte, but Stratus was pretty comfortable on Brigitte yesterday. This is something that he was flexing to quite often. It's not quite an out-of-nowhere pick like it was for Bud, so see if this works out for NRG, where I don't think there's going to be a lot of chill in this offense.
Well, this is what Envision did, right? They ran a mirror comp against them, hoping to beat them, and Gators proved to be the better team, at least in that situation. With Stratus when it comes in, Sit's gone down.
They only have one Gator. They're otherwise goats. A goat Gator, if you will. But with Sit going down early, NRG has a Brigitte advantage. And you see the power where, hey, one team throws Brigitte, the other doesn't. A little bit of whip shot to baby team has got this. NRG is going to easily start moving on to that point, powering through. Superior stun, superior regeneration. That's what happens when you win the Brigitte war.
Yeah, actually, Sit going down, like, that's probably... Well, I mean, anyone dying with like the worst case scenario, but the amount of healing you do and the stuns you depend on to allow your Reinhardt to be safe is really unfortunate how that happened. But they take the point first attack. They get aggressive as well, push you a little bit more forward. The problem is they're going to have to defend out of doors because the respawns have come in. Because they all died before any real progress was taken, they all get the forward respawn.
Here's the thing too, NRG is super loaded on all-tier specs, holds back, drops a grab, 5 people, meet your neighbor, hug him, and pray for dear life. And yet, they actually get out of it. Gator swinging around, picks off 2. It's not quite what NRG was hoping for there off of that setup. And in fact, they're going to get pummeled right back the other way. Sid takes down Poise. Okay, NRG says, wait, we're doubling down. We're going to barrier, but that might have been a bad idea, Jason.
Yeah, but Stratus is on Bastion. The robot lives. He forces him back, realizing, hey, if you're going to try to hold our spawn, I'm going to switch over to this man, or robot, or actually it's a female robot, if I'm not mistaken. And he switches back to Brigitte now. The Shatter out of Gator does not land, but there's the Graviton that hits quite a few. The self-destruct comes in over top.
Well, self-destruct. That's going to get 3. They had nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Stratus just going to back out and go, you know what? Maybe the spawn room was safer. The goats. Put an energy check. Uh-oh, Bastion. We're back. Poor Bastion.
Why not? I think it's actually not that bad of a choice as long as you can keep the distance, keep the team off of you. You got a Zarya to bubble him, you got the Forgetzer to help keep him alive.
And now they're back to Brigitte, but there's another Graviton from Specs. This time the fall from NRG is going to be there. 2 kills their way. And now they might be able to get this limo well on its path. But this has been some seriously good delay coming in from the goats.
Oof, yeah, very, very good delay. But the problem is, since they took it on their first try, they still have more time to finish the map, or to finish second point, than the goats ever had coming into second. So, still a big lead here at the moment for NRG, but that's a good little start, and that just shows that goats want to fight. They just want to brawl the entire time because they're that confident in their combating skills and their synergy together to be able to call out the right targets and focus things down.
Also, I mean, that level of aggressiveness at spawn, it's shades of old school Selfless. Just don't have Defran in play, but now, Stratus. Oh, what a shatter coming in from Swan. Hello to the ground. 5-man shatter. And his name might be Swan right now, but he's still the butcher at heart.
They get a complete team kill off of those 2 ultimates. You're going to see exactly what happened here on your screen with a nice little replay. Of course, Dasher caught that perfectly. All 6 go down, and you're going to be happy as hell with that play. And now come into this, you don't have a Graviton. You can
Wavius grab on the other side, gets stunned, still looking for it. They focus down Specs immediately. Wavy might not even have to use the grab. Goats, they have completely caught NRG off guard.
Oh, Poise. He was waiting for his... There it is. Boost just come back up, but he still gets desuited. And they're most likely just not even going to bother to try to kill him. There's going to be so much delay. And the amount of time they had to finish second point, it's dwindling away piece by piece, tick by tick.
At what point does Poise run away here? Clip by Clop. And Clip Clop. Someone got that reference. Anyways, Poise right now, soon to get themselves like, oh, well, there's Graviton. Everyone, once more, know your neighbor. And this time the goats are gonna roll on through. More like prance on through. I don't know. What do goats do? I don't think it's clipping and clopping.
All I know is they eat grass and they have weird looking eyes.
Wait, really? I think their eyes are beautiful, Jason.
Vertical, they have horizontal slits instead of vertical slits like us. Wait, ours just circles. Like,
are they?
Have vertical and have horizontal. Shatter comes through, gets blocked out by Swan though.
Swan, meanwhile, has a shatter of his own. Oh, gets stunned the other way. Drops the hammer. Gets Swan, most of it blocked off, but still might be enough to deal with Diva here. As Swan continues swinging the hammer, there is no back, there is no retreat. Gonna take out the cactus next, I suppose, as he still continues piling on the damage with that rocky hammer.
I don't know what these cactuses and like stop signs are made of in the future, but to stop how many tons Reinhardt weighs charging straight at you with a rocket strapped to his back, there's got to be some serious reinforcements. Graviton comes in, catches all of them.
Shatter! Drops it right off the grab, knocks down 3. And there's the finish. Boys blows up everyone. Make it a party. We're headed into third. That's a lot of people blown up, Jason.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. 2.5 minutes to go, though. There's still a legitimate chance I can see that goats do defend this time, because the thing is they just want to keep fighting. They're stalling the payload. They're fighting on the payload every time they possibly can just to halt as long as possible. Another self-destruct comes through. This time out of Kalupish doesn't catch anyone, but does zone them away. It does give them the control around the actual payload and the doorways.
It's going to be enough. Like, it did enough work here to push NRG back. And NRG, look, they're still working with an edge here. If they can finish out in the next minute, with over a minute, there won't even be attacked with goats, but I don't think that's likely. I do think it's reasonably likely, though, that they finish this out with a time advantage, especially as the goats are getting thrown back. But look at Wavy. He has a grab for the next fight.
I mean, if they can do it the next 50 seconds, or just under 50 seconds, then they can make it so there's no sort of attack for goats. But again, like we're saying, like I don't see a world where goats can't defend for another 40 seconds. They have a Graviton Surge, they have a Shatter. There's no Transcendence for Rob because he just used it in this fight.
This would be a
if anything, NRG have to fight now.
Wavy dropping the grab to the back. No, it got Fozzik. That's good enough. You've dealt with the Mercy. And the Ghost now, after dealing with the Lifeline, moving on in. But wait, Wavy ends up falling. It's trades back and forth, and yet NRG might be able to bring this back through.
I don't think they're gonna be able to finish though with 14 seconds left. Gator's gonna get a shadow off without nothing to block him. Smex, he's gonna be fine for now. Rob gonna get shielded up. Actually, the payload's still moving. 7 seconds left to go. Don't tell me they're gonna do this. If they keep Tensa away.
3, 2,
No, they did it.
May. Okay, well, NRG can still have superior time, but Goats will get an attack here. Wavy just barely saving the day, freezing things out on everyone's favorite Ice Demon.
Uh-oh, no shield. No shield. Oh. Swan actually charged straight through. Rob being forced to use the transition to stay alive. Another shatter comes in. How many shatters have we had this game? How does the Earth survive anymore?
No pavement is safe. NRG sets a quicker time, but it's not quick enough to deny Goats another attack of their own. So we're going to extra rounds, Jason.
It's one of the first times we've actually gone to extra rounds. Now that I think about it, usually it's been like a massive time bank compared to an overtime push. So both teams getting that a second attack, but if we just think about how both of them went, it was clearly NRG's favor. They went on the first try. Goats, it took them to overtime to do it. I don't know if they're going to change here to like do better on this second chance.
This has been really back and forth, but one thing we got to note here is that think about how much it changes how Zarya gets to play. Any moment you have where Zarya doesn't have to worry about a diva on the other team, where I don't think people realize just how much a diva's mere presence really limits how much a Zarya can telegraph a Graviton. You had moments back there where it's just like, Wavy can just go forward, drop a Grav, not worry about a diva. Makes for way better opportunities to just trade out kills like both teams were doing there.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Gravs nonstop, and there was 3, 4, 5-bank Gravs almost every time. Also, I mean, there's a slight downside to not having a Diva in the enemy team if you're Zarya, because you don't get free or you don't get free damage. Because Diva can do absolutely nothing to you, and you have to worry about another shield. But we're gonna see the HH combo yet again come in for NRG on the defense.
You know, Jason, we need more Genjis in our lives. More reflected Gravitons, the bane of casters everywhere. That's what I want. NRG, though, gonna hold here on the top. Poise once more on the Junkrat. He was great the last time around. The offense of the Goats not really changing too much. Deciding to dive right on in, but this time, Gator's getting well protected. He's focused on early, and Poise is down! A huge difference in play for the Goats here early on. They're able to keep Gator alive. Kaluj is gonna get demeched, but it's not a bad opening here. They almost have the point entirely. NRG, you gotta touch the point. Put bodies on the floor, and no, they're not able to get back in. They end up falling, and the Goats have struck quickly.
Smex got body blocked, actually trying to go in for the contest. They're trying to go in one by one, sending Swan in, which he eventually got finished off on, and then send Smex, maybe send more people just to delay. The time bank is now gone. They're going to be in overtime the rest of the push. They do have a grab coming up very, very soon, and Smex is actually running the Diva instead of the Zarya because they want to have that chance to eat it. They want to stop this ultimate from shutting them down.
And look, you gotta look to Smex for that, where Smex, he's been pressing his Roadhog, but his Diva can be quite good as well. Wavy at 90%. Look to Wavy, that's who's gonna make or break this right now. Stuck in a Roadhog trap, or stuck in a Junkrat trap, drops Graviton as speed. No, was that Eden? I think it was Eden. Not only that, the Tire took down 3. Everything's going the other end right now for the Goats. As this is looking quite good for NRG. Everything goes their way. Credit to Smex, credit to Poise.
Yeah, that switch up, you see it happen every once in a while, realizing, yeah, you're too far behind in energy, you got to go for the big play, and he got it. I mean, to be fair, Poise also got a triple kill, so I don't think the Graviton was going to be enough to stop them anyways, but either way, that's got to feel good for Smex. It's got to be a big confidence booster. And now all they have to do in this minute and a half is really not get that far in a second.
Well, particularly when, to your point that you set up there, like, yeah, he's going to go Diva to eat the grab. And then, a little bit later, get that nom nom moment, and the grab is gone right into Smex's Diva belly. I assume the mech has a belly. It has to, right? Where do those things go?
In the Diva suit?
Yeah, but does it have a stomach?
Disintegrates it. I think it actually eats it.
What if it eats it? Like, does it actually just contain gravity?
I mean, we did, find out from the Wise movie of Interstellar that only 2 things can alter time: gravity and love, ZP.
You know, Diva does share a lot of love. She does have the heart sign. She does everything. We're figuring out the universe right now.
But we know
42.
we should be trying to figure out is how aggressive they're holding. They actually want to fight. Wait, are they gonna try to catch them off guard, or are they gonna try to fight right away? I would imagine they're gonna try to rush into them when they come around the corner,
Yeah.
or drop behind them and rush behind them.
It might be the yield. Oh, they're flanking. Here comes Gator off the flank. Behold, a charging Reinhardt. He's in your face.
Wait, what?
He's in your dude. He gets smacks all the way to the back. But NRG actually doing this in the most unconventional fight possible. Stratus focused down, both teams down a player. One down to Brigitte, one down a Rhine. Bad day to be empowered armor here as Spawn
Just
is
run to the
gonna fall.
point.
Yeah.
Ignore them. Literally just run to the point. Then you
I
have
don't-
positional advantage over them. You start capping the point.
It's too
Stop trying
late,
to fight 'em.
Jason. It's too late. Everyone's falling. They're not gonna get even a tick.
What? Why would you just... Alright, well, we'll see. The charge comes through. Swan's gonna go down. They need to stop bleeding off people. They need to just retreat away, save these ultimates. Swan's gonna have Shatter, so he guys need to have an advantage over Gator, but Wavy has a Graviton.
Well, Wavy with the early grab that's been effective before, and this time there's no Diva here to eat that right up. So, I mean, this is disaster. This is a train wreck in slow motion. We know the ending to this movie right now, and even though Poise is on the Diva, he wasn't prepared to eat it, and there's Graviton. They're ready, and that's going to be enough. They demech Poise immediately, and even with the barrier up, which protects NRG to an extent, now the barrier comes out on the other end. Clues as a self-destruction is even needed. Stratus is gonna fall in 15 seconds. I don't think NRG gets another shot at this.
I don't think they're gonna be able to really touch here. Poise off the side's gonna be on Diva. Graviton has come in. It caught onto 3, caught onto 4, but there's no one there to follow up with. Poise just waiting. Oh no, they left. Oh no, Poise! He's gonna touch the point. They're gonna have a second chance.
Uh-oh. Boys, keeping in overtime, you gotta look to your back.
If he can kill Sit, they can win this.
Can he get the Brigitte in the one-on-one? He's looking for it. Sit, fighting back and forth, laying the rocket flow in. Poise says nerf this. Goes back in. Is he gonna remake? No! Stunned right out of it. Fozix right now, buying time. Rob right there, spraying him down. But all hope might be lost here. The train wreck attempt for the Goats works. They take the map. Jason, what have we just witnessed?
History? I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think teams are like just taking Goats really lightly, and they're forgetting they're still a really good team.
You never expect the Goat to bite you in the butt, but what else
Goats
do you
do that all the
describe?
time.
Yeah, but you still don't expect it. That's why they get away with it. You would think people would have caught on by now, yet they haven't. They certainly didn't.
94% kill participation for Sit on Brigitte.
That's how you know Brigitte was in a lot of fights.
Well, I mean, if you look at what they were doing, it was just fight, 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 throw our entire team into them every time. And Brigitte, you hit one person. I think if you just AoE heal your entire team once, then you got percentage, or you got kill participation in that.
Yeah, and don't forget, I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, not only was she hitting rocket flows with people, so you have her passive going the entire time, but even if people are a little bit far away, you land a whip shot, well, you still got your passive healing. And Sit has been looking rather good. So now, looks like I think we have a server change in play. But let's not forget, the Goats now up 1-0 the series,
Oh.
where
Wait, what?
NRG was pretty favored.
Well, no. NRG had last server selection, which was West, and then Goats get to choose their server now, which would be East, wouldn't it? So why did they just leave?
I don't know. I'm not the lobby leader. That's Tifa. That's why we pay Tifa the big bucks. To manage
Or maybe
lobbies.
they're just gonna play. Maybe they're just gonna play West every time.
Okay, apparently they left the lobby because, quote, they are confused. That is the official answer as to why the Goats have left the lobby. Maybe they thought it was one and done. You beat NRG once, that's it. That's a series. You got it.
I mean, like that maybe. I don't know. We're gonna be entering the game. They'll obviously be reinvited back, and we'll see how this one goes. But we're going back to Hollywood because, you know,
Can NRG win on Hollywood if the other team is not present?
Tifa, what do you have to say for yourself?
I don't think she has anything to say right now. They can't hear her.
We're on
Actually, I
the wrong
guess-
map.
Tifa says, "Oops." That's the official response, Jason.
No. She said what? Like as in like what? Like what's wrong? And then yeah, we're on
Okay.
the wrong map.
You were correct. I omitted the what. I went directly to the main point. But yes, it was oops. Followed after the what.
We're good. We're good. We're loading in now. We're loading in. Should be fine.
Kings Row is where we're going, and this time the server will be east. Or paused again because this time we're gonna let NRG get their 6th player into the game. We've lost Stratus. I don't know if he left because of servers, left because of some other reason.
Yeah,
Zoom.
sure. Oh, he's back. We're good. We're good. Okay, so we're about to get this one underway, I think, once the teams are readied up. Or
I'm gonna
Tifa
mute
just
my-
throws them to a ready instead.
I'm gonna mute my bumble because I got a cough, Jason. First time all night.
You don't have to say it. You could just not talk and mute your mic, or you're
No,
supposed to
but-
talk like me.
It's more entertaining if I tell you this. in
It's
full.
not. Now I'm off track. Now I don't know what to talk about anymore, and now I want to hear you cough on
Oh,
camera so
sure.
everyone knows.
Use that as an excuse. I'm gonna cough and I'm gonna enjoy it. Probably not. Coughing isn't fun, kids. Don't cough, unless you have to. Prevents pneumonia.
Damn it, ZP! You did mute your mic. I thought you just said you're gonna mute your mic so we wouldn't hear you cough.
All right.
Oh, my
I've been
lord.
framed. Okay, Fozix right now asking for a pause
Tifa.
on the NRG side, and we're going back to pause. We have to fill more time. Our descent into insanity is going to complete.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's approaching 4 a.m. for me. I don't think any of the players are Europeans, so they're lucky. But Poise is in Korea.
It's an incredibly late 8:48 p.m. for me. I'm supposed to have my milk and my nap by this time, Jason.
Wait, Poise and Swan both taking bios together, but Poise is in Korea and Swan's in Washington.
Can they not just have a mutual going to the bathroom together as teammates from across continents?
I don't know how you're supposed to. All right. Yeah. So Kings Row. I wonder if they're gonna keep trying to run in mirror comp. I would imagine not. Like, why not play Pharah here when they know they're not running snipers? I still have been wondering where's the Pharah been this whole time against this composition. Just poke them down and then
Pharah doesn't
profit.
exist. She's gone. She's on vacation. She got the super special 4-day Memorial Day. That doesn't make any sense.
Every day is a day off when you're here with us, ZP.
Absolutely. We can be
It
your
feels
own
like a vacation.
we can be your own personal holiday. Your 4-day weekend. Here with the Overwatch Beat Invitational, which, Jason, you know what? It's time to sell out. Tell these people our fine
Why are you
sponsor.
telling me to sell? Let you sell out once. Why are we going to cameras?
I mean,
I was like chilling. I was laying back.
I live a Soylent-fueled life to begin with. Me just being here is a testament to our great sponsors. Whereas you kind of have to talk the talk.
You know what,
I just
ZP?
walk-
You gotta
I
sell
just-
out. You gotta sell out once. Let's
I
hear
just-
it. Let's hear it.
Jason, I just walk the walk. You're really gonna make? All right. Well, I walk the walk because you have a computer that's powered by great AMD processors. You know, you have Sennheiser headset to learn the best tunes. You're watching it here on Twitch, and then yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Just 2 more to go.
I don't remember offhand, Jason. That's why I was.
It's
struggling
literally
to
on.
see for
It's
help.
literally on our program feed right now.
I'm not all tabbing.
It
It just. I'm not all No.
can't even sell out right, man.
Why do you think I relied on Hex to sell out? Jason. There's a reason and rhyme to these things.
So that's the real reason I'm here, to sell out for you, not to cast.
Yes.
All right.
I
Well,
want
send
you
to
to
my place now.
sacrifice your dignity.
Stratus is playing far on defense. Huh. So they don't want to go double sniper. That's a little interesting. Or maybe not not Junkrat. So he's going for the Pharah, so he won't really have anyone to deal with him, which is going to be interesting.
I mean, Stratus does play a very good bar, and I guess anything to get you out of range of Sid's Brigitte. We'll see if it works out, but a lot of teams are adapting around goats and not necessarily have it go well. But oh my goodness, serious flash damage comes from Stratus in the beginning, and yet the super dive got Swan. Gator takes out Specs. The tanks for NRG are disheveled. I don't think Stratus can bring this one back, and nope, kind of hard to do that when you're dead, shot out of the sky, and the goats have just run through NRG with a sword of their own making.
So the one problem with running the Pharah is that if your ground forces die too quickly, then you don't have time to do damage. and all they did was just ignore Stratus and just kill the ground army. And without the Brigitte to stop them from stunning and AoE healing, they're gonna win the ground battle. So Stratus has to like get super aggressive. He has to do a lot of damage, and they also need to be very careful about how they choose these fights. They don't have speed energy to like disengage.
Here's the problem, Jason. Stratus did do a lot of damage as far. He splashed a lot of people. It still wasn't enough. I don't know if this is the best way of going, but hey, look, Stratus, you can make it rain. He's gonna do that. Drops the barrage over the top and is immediately whip-shotted by Brigitte. And Sid manages to live. He was so low. Turns the tables on Swan. And Brigitte will not be denied. The goats are just trampling NRG.
Don't tell me we've like found the Hammer Esports now of the Beat Invitational Season 4.
I mean, could they name themselves Flail Esports? It's a little bit more accurate.
I mean, they run the same comp like the entirety of today. They've already beaten 4 teams. This would be number 5. This would be them winning the grand finals. They're already up 1-0. They have a Shatter, they have a they have a Self-Destruct, they have a Graviton coming up. Specs is gonna have his own Graviton, but Kaluj has been so good at eating them before.
Well, we'll see if Smex is able to staunch the bleeding there.
Oh my,
Both
stun.
teams going down. Earthshadows on all ends. NRG's gonna commit more. Transcendence out. There's a grab from Smex, but Stratus is already down. A counter grab is out. Both teams feeling the love. We'll see who comes on top here. Swan definitely did a good job for NRG, but it's going back the other way. Swan is out of it. Zit is still in the fight. He's about to rally people to his side. Goats actually taking this fight. The power of Brigitte. Zit may be down, but Goats still feeling his benefits to this time.
ZP?
They get the second point.
Did Swan have 2 shatters that fight?
He might have.
Dasher, do you know? 'Cause I swear to God, I saw 2 shatters out of that man.
And
he
they
engaged with a
lost.
shatter, and yeah, what? What is happening?
It's weird times we live in, but Sit gonna rally the troops, moving on forward. The Ghost, it's a Reaper sighting. Stratus is on Reaper. I'm not even sure if good old Dark Black and Mysterious is actually gonna do this here as Sid just pummels him into the corner. The Goats don't care. NRG is fading. This is 4 minutes and 55 seconds left, Jason.
Energy need to get off. They need to switch off Mercy, go Lucio, and do Zen with this composition against them. Because Swan, the thing is, like, there's so much swinging being allowed done for Gator. They're gonna get on the payload, try to contest it here. They will be able to do just that. But do they have enough men? Do they have the kills? Do they have any sort of way of pulling this one back?
Emergency Bastion. I don't think this is the play, but that's a self-destructive diva. Stratus has to back off. Swan trying to do anything to bring it back at the point.
Oh my.
NRG just got crushed. Good Lord.
I'm really confused how Swan's been allowed to swing this often and get these many Earth Shatters off, even when there's a Zen. Actually, there isn't even a Zen on the other side. So it makes sense that he's allowed to do so, but Gator's swinging almost as much, just not able to get as many Shatters online. What is going on?
NRG's getting dismantled. That's what's going on.
I think only one team has given them trouble today for Goats, and that was Karasuno, where they like almost won Lijiang Tower. They were able to dismantle that turtle composition they were to use onto Garden, and yet now every other team has struggled to deal with it. We've seen at least them try enough energy. They tried the Far in the beginning, didn't work. They tried switching to Ana Zen or Ana Lucio at the end, didn't have time to make it work, so it's not really that problem. Stratus is not even being allowed to play Hanzo anymore, as he's been pretty much just full-time Brigitte. Oh.
I mean, I just didn't realize that we would be going the King's Road with NRG here, where NRG still definitely favored coming in, and then we'd see an impromptu episode of Teams Done Quick, starring NRG just getting speed run by Goats of all teams. What is this?
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Well, even Mangachu's in chat trying to theorize like what would beat this, talking about quad tank against this, or maybe running a Sombra.
Can we sub in Mangachu to play Torb?
We should just get him in this call, and he can just give some analysis of what he thinks.
Just go Mangachu, and I would just pepper with questions and be like, Mangachu, Torbjorn, how does it work? How do you use Torb to counter this? I don't want to hear any other options.
I did theorize about Reaper earlier on, if you remember. Just because you get in close proximity, you can do a hell of a lot of damage. So we see Poise actually started on Reaper. Maybe this is what they need to dismantle this composition, because the amount of damage you can do is going to be insane, and you also get to punish Wavy on the Zarya from getting high energy. Once he gets it, you almost just going to lose it if Poise focuses him down.
Well, we'll see if this works out. I don't think it was NRG's plan A, I'll tell you that much. Poise, gonna Wraith form, shifts out of, and he's dead. I don't know if Reaper's the answer here, Jason. I'm just not.
I would imagine is if you can dodge to forget to stun the shield bash, then he could do well. But if you get ever stunned with him, he's dead. Because you're not gonna Wraith form out of the stun.
Yeah. I'm not convinced on the Reaper. I'm just gonna leave it.
You're not?
No. I mean, in theory, I understand like how it could work, but Poise is getting focused down like he's public enemy number one. Okay, Jason, it's like Poise owes the entire team money right now.
Yeah, but he Wraith formed both times now in like for no reason. And he's gonna get focused down again by Kalush. Like he Wraith formed the first time once he teleported when it wasn't being focused down to get back to his team. Then he Wraith formed just now for no reason when he was full HP again. I don't know why he's Wraith forming in these situations, but it's cost him his life and it's allowing the ghosts to hold him in spawn.
The reason is, oh my god, he just walks out and just falls over. Rocket flail to the face. Look, I think it's because he's feeling he's under pressure, so he's Wraith forming maybe a little bit early, but he's still doing it in response to pressure.
He's full HP. I mean, we're on East now, which obviously he's playing like on 200 something ping, so I can understand he's doing it preemptively. And it might be a different surface on lower ping, but the Reaper should do decently well against this as long as you just don't get stunned.
This is flashbacks to the last end of Contender Season 1 where Poise went in, Poise went out. First to die in a lot of these fights. Isn't he on the Wraith form wait for the Graviton? Ditches his team. Still almost gets
Rob, let me go to spawn. No, he gets locked out completely. This is just rinse and repeat. Gator's getting closer to Shatter yet again.
This is a very interesting view of King's Row from Poise right now, from the spawn room. This is not a viable answer, Jason.
Well, here we go. Self-destruct ready for Kalush. Smex is going to have his Graviton. They have nothing to really counter it unless Kalush can eat it yet again. He's actually trying to, it seems. Smex is going to look forward to second, trying to be sneaky about how he goes off. And this when they back away, Self-Barrier has been popped. The Graviton has come down. He catches 3.
Oh, but there's the Shatter Gator! Maybe keeping the ghost in this here. The Colossus from the back. And no, Sid is still alive. Sid's been the one doing ridiculous damage later in the fights. Transcendence from the offense gone. Kalush is still here. Sid is down! They get rid of the demon, and that actually might be enough for NRG to take this point after spending way too much time in their own spawn.
Oh, it seems like I think both Reinhardts have like an agreement between them to just not block each other's shatters because we've seen like 4 or 5 man shatters almost every single time. Finally, NRG with the minute left will capture the point. See, I told you guys, it wasn't me faking that cough.
No,
it was him. And now it looks like we do see them trying to get through the archway.
Your giggles betray you, Jason. That's all we gotta say there, but speaking of betrayal, Poise on the top. Death Blossom ready. Earth Shatter does nothing for Gator. Does not connect. Poise drops to the back. Spins to do nothing in its defense matrix. Has to back out. Meanwhile, grab from Smex. That can still be enough. Catches plenty of people. Smex's don't fall through. And NRG finally getting a bit of momentum here on King's Row.
Coalescence and Rally both up now though for Gators. Gators, goddammit, goats. Gators is such a better name, I'm sorry. Swan's gonna have his own Shatter though, and also Rally to use himself. And Wavy's almost up to their Graviton, which is most certainly coming. And there's no Diva, like you mentioned before, to stop him from hitting these grabs every time.
It's the world's easiest job as a Zarya. It's just like, oh, you mean I get the Graviton people and don't have to worry about Diva? Sign me up. Speaking of up,
oh, it gets interrupted!
Up and back. Grab on the other side. Energy trying to deal with it. Smex already down early in this fight, but it's pretty back and forth here, Jason.
Swan got interrupted for a Shatter again. I think that was out of Sit who interrupted with the shield bash. I'm not sure if they're going to still win the fight, though. Actually, no, they will, because you know what? Swan's gone down. They got enough men here, and they've held them back yet again. It looks like they're going to try to hold, I would imagine, Archway to look for another grab. And if you look at both Zaryas, Wavy just used his, and yeah, he was only 11% in, but he's pretty much equalized with Specs.
So, one thing I'm going to say here, Jason, that's a big difference between the two teams. Who's been the best for Gita in this tournament so far? If you say anyone other than Sit, you're wrong.
Oh. Poise is still sticking to the Reaper. He's still looking for another Death Blossom. Soundbarrier has gone down. They can get aggressive now. Poise does go in. Death Blossom, it does finally some work. Gets a kill into a Kimbo. Gets the tank slow, and finally Energy have broken through. They've gotten themselves another fight in their advantage, but they're still got to have another one before they think they capture the second point.
It's going to be really close. I think there's a world where they do get here before second. And actually, this could be their way through third because this is where teams overcommit.
Let's see. Yeah, he's got a shatter ready. He's already hit some amazing shatters so far. The speed's got it. He's looking to run maybe past Butcher. Or sorry, Swan. Poise on the high ground. Shatter will hit one.
Yeah, I got Stratus on the back end, but that's it. I don't like this fight at all from Goats. They lose Sit immediately. Sit's been the lifeblood for the Goats here, and now Poise getting some good value in the back end. Specs, by the way, that's another Graviton. He's building Graviton up every fight.
I love how everyone in chat is trying to like analyze how to beat this composition right now.
It is, so you have the main show here with me and Jason. Then you have the side show, not sideshow the analyst, but sideshow in terms of the actual meaning of the term, where Mangachu is going, how to beat a Brigitte. A thesis from Mangachu. But NRG, a little bit under pressure right now. They have the rally up, and you got the Xrez gonna use it. Self-destruct on the other side. Does get anyone? It gets Phozix. NRG still might want to back out. It's not if they want to go, but the decision's made for them. The grab seals the fight.
And Gator's got another shatter to use too. Specs is at 80% for his own grab. They have a death boss again. They have the rally. They can get Poise pretty tanky with the rally and the extra armor to use. But to be fair, Reaper doesn't do an insane amount of damage to armored targets because of the pellets do damage each. Look at this, Gator's behind them. He swings already. He's got the shatter potential to use, but they're all on the high ground. They haven't dropped, which leaves Swan by himself on the low ground. Finally, they have come down. Gator's still looking for the shatter.
Drops the hammer, gets one, Poise is out of it. Goes for the charge, doesn't quite get it, but you have the Transcendence in now from NRG. NRG trying to get anything done, and they don't really get anything. They're not even like the most out of the Transcendence. And NRG, I think they're going to commit more. But in the back, it's Sid getting on Phozix. This front line of Gator and Sid doing so much work. Gator is wounded but not out, and Wavy's going to finish things off.
I think it might be time to switch off the Reaper at this point. And he's tried to make it work so many times now, but it's just not working. There's just too much health. There's too many ways to mitigate his damage as long as Sit interrupts the death boss or just stuns him whenever he comes in because he's so slow. But there we go. Energy back in the attack. Rally going to be used. They have a stab barrier to use though at the same time. And May comes in as well to Poise to push him on the high ground so they can't be attacked.
The barrier was too late to save Rob. Rob already out of the fight. Graviton has done some deadly damage here. Meanwhile, though, Specs on the flip side already almost has a grab of his own. He can turn this back the other way. 100% dodges the bet. Oh no!
They're trying to reset. It's
I
okay.
think they're resetting. Yeah.
It's okay, ZP. I would see the May coming out so the Twitch YouTube analysis can come in to play to see if May works out as well. Obviously, you can split off the team, and it can work. It can split them in half, especially in this tight area.
The laboratory with Poise. But yeah, that was a reset. It was on the list. Reset or not, they went reset. Now they get a grab, and this is going to be enough. They have the May. They're trying to freeze things out, but the defense holding strong right now. They had a rally mid-fight. They're fighting and not back. Rouge might be D-Mac, but oh my goodness, is back.
Look at that. Look at Stratus right now. Or look at the Kofi.
Tensa knocked 2 into the pit.
Is the 2 going to be enough though? Wavy always has a grab and he's going to use it. He gets 3 pulled together. The May ultimate's being used just to keep them locked down, try to slow them down, but they have fallen. It's Specs alone against the world. Against 2, against Wavy, against Akimbo. There's beams galore being shot at him. Swan's finally able to come in and Swan will be able to throw it. No! He's able to touch it in time.
What was that final fight?
I just want to say, I don't know if you have the replay of it at all potentially, but Stratus, he got the kill onto the D suit onto Kaluge, but it was a 5-man effort. It was actually hilarious on the kill, but I've never seen that many people assist.
That I don't even know what I just saw.
Wait. Okay, never mind. I thought I just saw Kimbo did 34% of his team's damage. No, that's not true.
Your eyes are failing you, Jason.
He had 44 high energy eliminations out of 50.
That's a lot.
Pretty good. I think I also have to leave the lobby, by the way, just to make sure it does get forced to West.
I'm never leaving. You have to kick me if you want me.
Everyone chats like, May, yes, May. And then little do they know, a minute and a half from now, May does not work. So we are ready to stream delay.
I mean, look, it's never a good sign when you see a team doing random things they've never done before because they're just like, I guess we figure out how to beat this on the fly.
I respect it, though, because I'd rather see a team experiment to figure out what to do to beat something than play the same comp over and over again and not have it work.
I mean, that's fair. Certainly if their main comp isn't coming anywhere close, but was May going to be the solution there? Probably not.
I can see why it potentially could, just because of the wall. You split them up. You stop a lot of the AoE healing. We stop like Lucio's healing because you can't heal through the wall. You stop potentially a lot of Moira's healing as well if you can block them off, and then their tanks are just kind of out to dry. But I don't know. I'd say maybe get the Mei, try again. Depends on the map we're going to. I didn't see. Yeah, I don't think they actually chose what map we were going to while I was in lobby, so I don't know where we're going. But this could be it, ZP. This is for all the marbles. This could be the final map of the grand finals.
We thought NRG was more likely to take this 3-0, but little did we underestimate these timid farm animals that just want to graze on grass and, I don't know, ruin your garbage or something. What do goats really do? They're not raccoons. Raccoons, those are the ones where they get into your garbage. That's it. It's over.
And raccoons, those are like squirrels, right?
Yeah,
that's squirrel meat.
They're like much bigger squirrels.
No, you. Never mind, ZP. You didn't get it.
Oh, okay. You're gabbing fun at yourself for not knowing the difference between lambs and goats earlier. Yes,
Just trying to make sure. Tifa, or can I get invited back to the match? No, I can't. Am I the one that left to make sure it forced to West?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, it looks like you're solo casting now.
All right. Goodbye, Jason.
Tifa didn't even realize that I left. That's the worst part. Okay, we're going to Route 66. Thanks for telling me, ZP. When I said I was in the lobby to see the map. Appreciate it.
You're playing now, Jason. You were actually... No. You've left the game. Now you're spectating. You're good. Anything for you, Jason.
You treat me so well, ZP.
You know what? You are my... You know, I don't know half business without saying something inappropriate. So we're just going to move on. It's been a long day.
Sorry, what time is it there for you right now, ZP? 10 p.m.?
It is 9 p.m. and
9 p.m.
clearly way past my bedtime.
I was going to say.
Hey, look, we've had a few breaks during the day, but we've gone through everything. But it's too late. Jason, it's too late. We've seen everything.
So NRG chose map, right? And they also have to choose server because it goes back and forth. And that's going to mean goats choose to attack. Why are you punching your keyboard? Goats choose to attack here.
It was just lightly tapping my enter key. It's not punching. I treat my keyboards with respect, even though this is not my keyboard.
Wait, you're not at your own house, are you?
No. That's why there's no blinds.
Whose house are you at?
Location. Doesn't matter.
Wait, why aren't you at your own house?
Because the blinds were a problem, Jason.
I can understand that. You finally admitted defeat that you couldn't straighten them out, and you need someone with real skills, i.e. me, to come fix it. That's why I'm coming to Texas, actually.
What's going to happen if you can't fix those blinds, Jason? How badly is your pride going to be hurt?
I'll break them and then go buy new ones from Home Depot and hang them up. And then I'll probably, while I'm doing that, I'll just drink a nice, delicious cold Soylent.
Excellent. You know what? No matter what, you have a backup plan, and you know you can get the job done. And that's what anyone who wants to drink Soylent has to have in mind, because you need that nutrition to fuel your bodily needs. You die without nutrition. It's true.
I think NRG are taking a while to get back in the game. Not sure what's going on. I actually personally think they're having a quick talk about what to do. But that's just my thoughts. We'll see. They're actually trying to join back in finally.
Rumor has it the coaching staff has gone to Poise and said, no Reaper, no May. They're off the table.
Let's see, no. I'm trying to think would Farah be decent here, but it's a massive skybox, yes. But again, Goats have already shown on King's Road they don't care about your Farah. They're just gonna run straight past it, ignore it, and kill your ground forces. It's also depending on what you have to give up. Maybe if they kept the Brigitte and still had the Farah, because when they ran Farah last time, it was like Farah Hanzo, right? So they didn't have the Brigitte to help force a disengage. But they're actually switching things up. Maybe I think playing a Lucio is a smart choice since they were running Zen and Mercy last time. They need to be able to match the speed that Goats are playing at, and that's the best way to do it.
I just want to remind everyone, by the way, that Goats lost to Envision yesterday in 15 minutes for 2 maps. And they've climbed their way through the bowels of the losers bracket to now be within 1 map of upsetting NRG. That's a pretty good day, regardless of how you do it.
Ah, now I get it, Dasher. Sorry, I'm not looking at our messages right now. Now I know why he said sticky note. Sorry. Anyways,
We had messages?
yeah,
I
I'm just
don't know.
catching up to make sure everything's good on the stream. Anyways, we're going into the game here in a second. We're about to go live with potentially our final map of the day. It's gonna be Route 66, and it's gonna be NRG on the defense, and it's gonna be Goats on the attack.
In 30 seconds.
NRG deciding that, you know what, maybe they don't need baguettes. No Brigitte coming in play. But the issue here is that while there is some verticality to hide beyond Route 66, does Goats as a team have what it takes to run into NRG with reckless abandon a few more times to bring this payload home? We're going to find out.
5, 4,
Well, I mean, the upside for NRG is that with them running this composition, it's hard to get to them on the high ground. Like, if they're going to do it, they have to go around the back side of it. That buys more time for Stratus to get a pick or Poise to get a pick. But again, they're just so tanky. They're so beefy that I don't see a Widowmaker ever really doing much against this composition. Unless you kill one of the supports, that it's just not going to really work out for you.
Yeah, who are you going to shoot as Widow? Shoot Tensa, I guess, if he's not behind the shield? Sure. He's hiding behind like 3 layers. It's like, we got a Kimbo, so, all right. They got a support now, and they hook in Tensa, so, all right. Prove me wrong, NRG. Prove me wrong. Now,
Yeah, but this is reminding me of No Clout, though, with Hawk. Like, if you're running Diva against Orisa, eat the halts. Literally eat the halts. I don't care if you have to rocket boost to get to it, eat it, because then Kimbo would never have died. He never would have gotten sniped there, because the halt is what allowed that to happen.
we'll see if Kalu's is able to keep an eye on it. And Kalu's been pretty good about eating things heading his way this entire tournament, so I would expect him to adapt. Goats coming in the other side. Halt's going to bring them all together. And now, can they move over and take the high ground right now? That is a bigger stretch, and Akimbo gets sniped down again. The Halt, of course, setting that up.
Oh, Gator's getting some decent fire strike damage off, but again, the Dragon Strike gonna come through, he gets hooked in. There's just so many angles that they get attacked from here that Route 66 was definitely the right choice to go. The problem is the payload's still moving. If it gets around this corner, then it actually limits the amount of angles you can fight from if you're defending.
Well, they're going to get a big stagger here, and the payload's definitely going to go back a further amount. So NRG looking much more solid here on Route 66. And I mean, it also could be a thing where I don't know if the Goats have really practiced this map at all. It's the first time we're seeing it here at all in the tournament. So for now, the Goats seem a little bit stymied.
Well, did we not see this yesterday?
Did we? Am I just losing my mind?
I don't remember. I actually don't remember. Maybe we didn't. Maybe... Yeah, no, maybe it's Dorado we saw instead. The thing is that this map is like perfect to use against them, at least on this first point, because they just can't get to you. They can't run at you if you're on the high ground, they're on the low ground.
Goats for now, just playing around the payload, but they're not able to dive into NRG. It's a very different dynamic right now. At NRG though, they're gonna dive into them. Transcend the start up, and oh my god, Spexus got dumpstered. Went in, got stunned, goodbye and good night. Transcendence not saving NRG there, and they just got slammed by the Goats.
They just ran into the blender.
Oh.
I was actually thinking, like, why not send someone down early in the payload? Don't want to get to that position, so you have to drop to contest. But whenever someone drops down, they immediately die to this like big brawly composition. Problem is, again, now come into the second point. It's just like first, you can hold high ground against them, and they still can't run at you.
Specs got punched in the gut and lost his lunch money. That's what just happened there. And it snowballed way out of control. And just when you think Transcend is going to be enough, guess what? It wasn't.
No switching compositions out of Goats. Not really expecting it. They run this all day today. Stratus trying to hammer away from the high ground. He's getting damaged by Phasix now, so they might be able to get some decent damage done. But you can see the health bars on the top of the screen. No one's really dropping below half. Wavy did drop for a second. Kalu's actually about to get desuited because he's in a really bad spot. But he gets the mech off. He gets the resuit. And he gets a double kill. Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, and here comes the cleanup. Sit has no back button, diving into Swan. The self-destruct, though, that was real MVP. The rest is just mere formality, Jason. NRG, they were looking so good, and yet now things are falling apart for them here on 66.
Mangachu talking about Sombra. I don't know. I mean, there's still so much healing without... Actually, Moira doesn't do that much. No, she does a decent amount of healing without abilities. I don't know if Sombra would work. It takes so long to get EMPs off against this because you die so fast. You don't have time to poke it all.
Stratus drops the dragon, but that dragon might have just been tamed. It doesn't do anything here early on. Gator drops the hammer, looking for a little bit more. I don't think he got too much off of that, though. So NRG still with the possibility of pulling this back, but here's the problem. The more the fight goes, the better it is for Brigitte. Specs gets taken down, and this is going from bad to worse right now from NRG. A little bit coalescent to beam him right on down. This is going to be second point for Goats, and they're setting a pretty quick time, Jason.
Oh, this is getting really unfortunate for Energy. I think they're into now probably the roughest part of the map for them because the high ground isn't as big of a thing. They have to find the low ground, and again, the speed will be there. Finally, Rob and Fazix has switched away from the Zen and the Mercy. They've gone to Lucio themselves. I think it's a smart choice. You need the Lucio to counter another Lucio.
It's simple, Jason Kaplan. Run them over. That's what Poison brings up the tire to the other side.
Shatter.
Ends up dying, and it's only a 1-for-1. Poise died while he was looking back. Luge chased him down 5 on 5. Stratus is back to the Brigitte now, but with Swan dying, this is more of the same. It's just an unstoppable wave of ghosts.
That's a scary proposition. Stratus is on the payload. He's trying to stay alive again. Kalush gets himself a double kill. The thing is, even with them trading 1-for-1, you just watch the health bars, and the Goats, they just do not take damage. They just do not die somehow.
Jason, I want to add the simulation. I'm done.
Nah, man, just go with it. Just let it happen. Because this might be the Goats taking this map with still 2 minutes left to go. You can see Gator swing away. The Shatters come down. Swan hits 1, but 1 is only it. The Graviton has come in, connects on a 3 or 4. But those men have not fallen just yet.
Well, the Coalescence Rob is going to be enough. It not only got the healing of damage right over, a very brief from NRG, but still 2 whole minutes left for the offense of the Goats.
It took a Graviton, it took a rally, it took a Coalescence for Energy to hold that. On the other hand, nothing was used out of the Goats. They've got the Graviton coming up. They've got a self-destruct. They got a Shatter. They got their own Coalescence. Energy are just getting outplayed at this rate. By the Sound Barrier comes in, the Shatter's gonna land it again. It's a fat Shatter. A counter Shatter comes in from Swan. It's the entire team again.
Swan says, yeah, I can also do this too, but guess what? There's a Graviton, there's a self-destruct. More investment coming in from the Goats. It's a costly exchange, but it's one that's going to go their way. Swan gets charged right into the brink, and here come the Goats once more, but they're crazy.
Zeeps, Swan got a 6-man Shatter, and they still lost the fight.
Yeah.
What simulation are we in right now? Because that never happens. That shouldn't happen.
One full Goats, and Gator,
the rally's gone.
The whip jump finished from Sid. That was beautiful. The Goats just need a little bit more. Self-destruct to the skies. Good job. You earned it. Sid gonna go on forward. Looking for Swan. Looking for the ground. Swan drops the hammer again. And this time, it's gonna be enough. NRG healing their way on through. They hold with a minute left.
Ooh, I was about to say have they? But no, they definitely have there. Still getting so close to finishing this off. Wavy even came over to Tracer, which he almost has a pulse bomb. Sid's gonna have rallies. Smex has a Graviton. So it has to be very careful about how he uses this, though. They cannot afford to have this one eaten.
Yes, the worst thing that could happen would be to have the Graviton eat it, Jason. We're just going to go full on Caster Curse here, where, no, the Graviton's not eaten. In fact, pretty good for NRG. They pull in 5, and they clean it right on up. No buffet today for the Diva. Kalush gets the walk back, and even gets delayed. Now just jump off the edge. Now
Just go back to spawn.
Yeah,
go back. Just switch. You don't have time. You have 10 seconds left.
Yep, and that's what he's going to do. Swaps back, 10 seconds left. They even touch the payload.
Look where Swan is. He's actually trying to wait behind him. He's trying to hold an off angle as he has Shatter up, and the Shatter does go up, and it doesn't hit anyone. The self-destruct doesn't hit anyone either. They need to touch the payload. It's going to be contested by Tense, and the counter Shatter by Gator's good.
It works, but they're not able to finish it off there. But it's Sid again! Wins the Brigitte v Brigitte battle. Swan looking for his team, desperately trying to get away from the wave of approaching Goats once more. Gets a pin under pressure. Gets healed up by Rob. Swan still in the fight. One Reinhardt versus the unstoppable Tide. Down he goes. And the Goats pushing this one in. It's into overtime. The time might be over. The Goats are not. And NRG fighting for dear life, but how much life can be left? Specs close to a Graviton, but time is just about over.
Yeah, Wavy built a full grab in this fight. He's actually about to build another one. Self-destruct is up for Kalush. Actually, their Shatter actually comes in. It's good things, but they don't have the damage to follow it up with. And there's Gator to lay his own down. And that will be the Goats finishing the map in overtime. ZP, first of all, this doesn't get easier for NRG on the attacking half because now they're forced to fight around the payload, which is fighting around an object on the ground, and Goats are gonna be happy about that. Second of all, how sexy is it gonna be if this meta that Goats is using stays, and we get to see the likes of Kaiser, the likes of Fraggy playing Ryan in these kind of situations?
Fraggy, we've developed a meta where you never have
Specifically
to be a coward.
for you, and you get to shatter like twice in fights.
I just want to see like Fraggy just like smiling and bobbing his head as you see his like hand just glued to his W key, and he's just like sitting there tapping his mouse, just going yeah over and over again as Philly just rushes into teams. It's actually Fraggy's just like, Jeff Kaplan, I would like to design
Thank
a
you.
meta. And Jeff is just like, yes, my son, I want to make my Viking on Philly proud. You
Remember-
can go forward and do this.
Day one of this tournament, before we like fully started, I remember saying during the cast that, you know, some teams are worried that a team's gonna come out of nowhere with like this setup that the meta perfectly fits for, and they're just gonna stomp everyone. Actually, it was Rob saying it, and I said to Rob, I was like, oh yeah, kind of like the Hammer Esports days when you did that at the Overwatch Monthly Melee, when before you guys became LG Evil, you guys played triple tank better than everyone else, and you caught everyone off guard. And that's what we're seeing now. Goats playing the current triple tank setup with the Brigitte in a way that no one's been able to match.
And when it's to the point, people have tried mirror comps, hasn't worked, they've gotten run over. People have tried different comps, hasn't worked, gotten run over. They've tried Reaper,
Different
they've tried
maps.
May. Yeah.
Different map where there's no, when you can play on high ground. Didn't work. Not really happening. But this is the final chance. NRG, they have to take this map. They need to finish, first of all, just to keep themselves alive in this whole tournament.
Escort the payload.
Well, Jason, the payload is underway. NRG.
Not for long.
Yeah, not for long. Train wreck. Not out of the train, out of the cave. And Gator is going to deback poise immediately, and that's how things go from bad to worse. He's so deep into the back line, swinging the hammer. Gator doesn't have to back out. Finally hits the spawn door where he's like, I guess I have to run back. No one's a coward.
And he got shattered too. Like, dear lord. Wavy's up to 70% on his ultimate too at the same time. He's pushed up trying to get aggressive here. He's gonna, oh, there's the shatter coming through, and it hits 5.
He's picking up so much speed. Moves in, 3 kills. He can't go any deeper, Jason. He just can't.
What are you doing to me right now, ZP? It's 4:30 a.m.
I'm referencing not Family Guy, but American Dad. Just like
Wavy's gonna have the graviton in this fight.
Gator slamming the hammer, an early graviton. NRG might just be washed right now. Oh, Gator, he just brought Swan to that long ride. The drop at the end. I don't know if NRG even knows how to get out of spawn right now.
I think they're going to, though, with them finally getting the kill on the Gator, with Swan getting the charge and knocking him off the map. He has a quicker respawn, he's going to be there to reinforce a lot faster. So they will eventually lose control of this choke, but they already wasted a minute and a half of time.
This is so much time off the clock. Okay, NRG is loaded for Bear. They now need to play the all economy game well if they want any realistic chance of somehow getting through in time.
My ultimate is ready.
Kaluj, if you can block this grav, then you can put up a first point hold. I believe in it. Specs I mean, the thing is, Specs has been so spot on with this grav, so I think it's going to be very hard for Kaluj to do so.
What good has belief ever gotten you, Jason? Specs immediately stunned. Has the grab under pressure, but is grabbed by Davey at the same time, so they trade
Wait, no,
off
it got
grabs.
eaten. It got eaten.
Yeah, his grab didn't even hit. One grab hit, but that was a grab in from the defense, and yet NRG still might be able to get on through. It's working out for them, but they had to invest everything in this.
And they're making a fight for every inch. They really are. You can see there, yeah, they were able to finally, get the wipe and get the payload across the line for the first one, but they're fighting on this payload every single time, which is it's such a disadvantage for the defending team because it obviously heals during these fights. And when you already have technically 3 healers on your team, it acts as almost like a half. Are they really, okay, let's say, are they really going for another?
No way, but that door's gonna open. Gator going through, oh, no. That was too ambitious. Still got Fozix though, and is Gator not even get back out? Is he actually just gonna, they're working their way through the tunnel. What am I watching? Stratus taken for a ride, but shielded. That was a very nice Zarya bubble. Stratus saved his life. Gator now in hot retreat. And
Shatters come in.
Yeah, Shadow gonna punish that just a bit. Swan has had enough of this crap.
Wavy's at 100 energy again. This man's always at high energy. If he will be, you know, wiped out here, and Specs will have his own graviton. But again, he built up another grab. They just wasted another 40 seconds of time on the board.
It's a good defense where there's losing badly and losing well. Even losing that fight, that was losing well. And the Goats have a graviton to back up the next defense.
I really think it's just renamed from Goats to Rams. Like, those are the really aggressive versions of Goats, I think, right?
Then they could go to St. Louis and then get stolen by LA. The cycle can continue.
And again, they're fighting nonstop. Specs hits the grab up. It hits, yeah, more than enough people. Self-destructing to come in. That's going to be a wipe.
Trading out grabs.
wow, they
Everyone
block it.
feeling the burn. Wavy, 2 HP down. Thrust catches them, and NRG going to invest the barrier. Now starting to get a bit more momentum, giving the Goats taste of their own medicine. As NRG, powered by Specs, getting kill after kill, and Specs is coming in big right now.
I think he has the same energy generation as Wavy, or ult generation as Wavy, but he's definitely doing a great job. These grabs. I mean, yeah, he lost the first one, fine, but he's been on point for the rest of the series with them. And they're going to come out of the tunnel yet again. They're looking for another fight. They have the rally this time. They have a coalescence. It's going to be up to Swan to hit a big shatter.
Oh, Swan's
Can the fatty shotty hit? Yes, it does.
4! Swan was born for this. Earth shatters, dropping people to the ground. And yet, no one died. No one died! Gator coming back the other way, and the support ultimate of Coalescence, keeping them up. Swan has to be tilted. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty tilted for him. We already hit a 6-man earlier on, and he didn't get a single kill off of that.
What more?
Another
can
grab,
I
by the way,
do?
for Wavy.
He took 4 people to the ground. You removed their ability to stand, Jason.
There's another grab for Wavy, and they're trying to actually lock them in towards this area yet again to not allow them to go for the back door. He's got the grab, Specs does as well, so actually Specs is matching him. So, you know, he proved me wrong. He's saying he's matching him in terms of ult generation, but look at where Wavy is, or he was, sitting in the gas station waiting for them to actually hit a grab from the back.
Wavy holding on to the grab. Goats a minute away from dispatching NRG. Oh, hello. Hello, everyone. Would you like to come together? Yes? That's great. I have a graviton for you. They don't have the fall through, though. Rob and Specs, good shielding, good healing. NRG, they get through the trap.
Oh, the shatter again.
There's no fall through, though. Who's going to follow that up? Like, half your team is dead. NRG's still in a good spot, but it's taking so much time just to get through here.
It might just come down to like an overtime push for them as well. I mean, they're not gonna hit. I don't think there's an overtime here just yet. But at the third point, when the respawns favor Goats, that might be. All right, Wavy. All right.
NRG, they're fighting the slog here over and over, but Wavy just spots them another 20 seconds. NRG doesn't have 20 seconds to give here, Jason. That's just not how it works.
Well, I know we got some. We got a lot of notable names in chat and a lot of notable casters as well. I think Uber's joined us and he's watching this match saying, what the hell? Who are these Goats guys and what is going on in this match? Because they are absolutely walking over energy. Well, at least not at the moment, but they were.
No one knows what's going on. Specs, though, has the graviton. He needs to get something big here. A minute 20 left for NRG. The wave of Goats heads into them. And again, it's Swan with another shatter, setting the way. How many men can he put on their backs? Specs, though, holding on to the graviton. Doesn't need to use in this fight, but they do need to do is deal with the stall where it's just this deal with Goats lose as well. Graviton.
He grabbed only Specs. I'm not sure why he used that one, but the reinforcers are there. Gator Intensa coming back in. They're fine. As soon as they get there, they will get wiped out cleanly. 50 seconds to go. They have a rally, they have a sound barrier, they have a self-destruct, and against Swan, another shatter to use.
Well, let's play minigame. How many players can Swan knock down and still not have the immediate fall through? That's been his life that he's dealing with.
6.
Let's see what Swan does. Okay, yeah.
We saw that before you seen.
Yes. Thank you.
Shatter be shattered. Gator. Oh, actually, Gator doesn't
block.
get stunned away from in time. Swan's gonna miss out on that when the self-destruct comes in. It might catch on to one. It does. Oh, the shatter from Gator.
The self-destruct blocking the way. Only 20 seconds left from NRG. The Goats are having the reign of the mountain here. I'm not even sure NRG can get back.
Shy's got rally. Okay, so they're trying to send Poise in through the sideway to touch the payload. 8 seconds left to go.
Yeah.
They actually have the speed to do it from the front. Poise needs to kind of regroup. He needs to get caught off here. He needs to not be suited.
They're trying to body block it. Poise under a lot of pressure. Touches it, but has to give up the mech. We're in overtime. And NRG on the verge of being upset. Poise already out of the fight.
Charge!
Oh, gets Rob on the other side. Gator's still alive. He's getting healed up. Stratus finally gets him, but they didn't invest so much. NRG drops Barrett. Swan has another shatter. Drops the hammer once more. Knocks two members of Ghost onto their backs. Gets the charge. Swan feasting on crew, but his team damaged around him.
Oh my god, the Graviton.
It's a rally from the defense. The Graviton doesn't quite do the job. NRG's withstanding. We're in overtime, Jason, and they're not done yet.
Oh, Gator trying to go for a shatter, but he died right before he got it off. Akimbo on the backside as well, trying to heal with Kalush, trying to get him remec'd in, but they're just not going to have the damage. They're not going to have the men here in NRG in overtime. In a, honestly, insane push at the end, we'll finally be able to finish the map. Or they should.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch right now. Tensa, go to Soundbear.
My god, Gator.
It's not over yet. The fun's not over yet. Poison, you got the self-destruct on the top because why not? What else are you going to save it for? Rob drops a little bit of power anime on him at the very end, and NRG, they've had enough. They're not done yet here, Jason. So as they stand the point, they get the last little bit of cleanup. They move it on in. Let's have some extra rounds. Oh my goodness.
Well, maybe we're seeing the birth of the new meta.
Switching sides.
The 3-3. Thing is, it's so tough to stop that composition because they can just run at you. They're super beefy. They're gonna stun one target, and that target's going to be called out. It doesn't matter who you are. The damage they have from the triple tanks should be enough to finish you off.
This is madness, Jason.
Thing is, to be fair to NRG, they've been getting better as like these rounds have been going on. So
Yes.
to be fair to them, I almost bet this is a comp they haven't really practiced playing much, and it's a comp they haven't really practiced playing against that often, and yet they're starting to learn. They're starting to figure out how the comp works in such a high pressure situation.
Also, more importantly, Bare Hands is giving me an update. My NFL history actually isn't all there. There was trades back and forth where the Rams had the LA had the Rams first. St. Louis stole them, and then LA stole them back. It was actually justice.
I think it's called being bought back. I don't know. Stealing's such a harsh word.
Buying, stealing, I mean, it's all about who controls the money in the end.
Oh wait, okay, so look at this. So on the defense, the high ground play they had with the Hog and the Orisa worked out really well for them for NRG, and yet they're changing things up. They're just going to the comp they know they're gonna be up against. They're gonna try to play, I would guess, on the payload like they did against them, or like Goats did against them. So they're trying to go for a very early hold, but this is so risky. If this doesn't work, if they fail this attack now with them delaying it, they could be saying goodbye to first point.
NRG's theme song, anything you can do, we can do better. Gonna dive on in, on 22% already. The Reinhardt swinging the hammers. It is a brawl in all senses of the word, and NRG bring the fight right to the Goats. They won't be pushed back anymore. And by the way, look at Swan, 85%, playing Ryan out of his mind. Gators at 82. Ryan gains there, shatter up, shatter down, drops the hammer, and knocks down enough. NRG.
No,
Get
the five-man shatter after. Gator hit a 5-man shatter after that. And I mean, not enough to actually pick up the kills here. Swarm was able to get a charge kill, and Swarm will continue to swing away on Kalush, and they will hold on here, but that could have been huge.
It was just a little bit later. The first shatter.
Oh my god, 8 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Are we going to a map 4? Can this madness continue? Might just do that. Look, they just have to sacrifice. Sit gets pummeled on all ends. Overtime in progress. And Smack drops the grab. The finish. It's going to be there. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. Map 4 might be underway because Goats, or NRG, they're not going to have very far to go.
I want to see this go to a map 4, but let's just imagine. Let's use our imagination here. What if Goats hold them even on that distance?
Oh, I'm not
Of 14 meters.
I mean, yes, that's technically possible. That could happen. But normally, if you're going to be that aggressive on defense on Route 66, it has to be a surprise. Although I guess at this point, yeah, Goats are charging you 2 feet from your spawn. Should you be surprised by that? The way this game has gone?
If you're
Probably
the attacking team, you have the advantage of using like a crazy composition right now. Like maybe going like 5 DPS with a Lucio and then like hoping to just break through. Because all you have to do is really win one fight, and with a minute left. Actually, I don't know. Because we did see Grav used, we did see Shatters, so there's a good chance you can get all those off within this minute.
When everyone is just beating on each other in close range proximity and you have crazy healing going, your normal mortal perceptions about when you should have your ultimates, they just fly out the window, Jason. We're dealing with a new world. It's an alternate reality.
Let's stop that payment.
Phazix on May.
Nah.
Let's get to it already.
Really?
I think they can't give up the healing, but Mei wouldn't be terrible here, because it's still an area you can completely block off with the wall. Stratus is on Bastion at the moment. They might be trying to do the. Oh, they might be doing the protect the Bastion and then boost him up high.
Okay, but this is really risky
Oh,
when
they're
you
gonna
don't
boost him up
go
on top
far.
of the train.
All right.
Oh, they can't
900
get to him
IQ
now.
play. Suddenly, Bastion appears. Suddenly, Bastion has Diva in his face, but the Diva gets demacked. They're protecting the President in true Route 66 form. El Presidente back in fashion. We're throwing everything back here today, Jason. And Stratus continues to chew on through. They can't
He's
deal
dead.
with them.
They never killed
Whoa.
Kalud. He got the remake now. He's back here to fight. The charges have come in. Swan's only at 60% on his shatter. Gator only at 50% on his.
Oh,
and they're still
no.
doing this. Oh my lord, ZP. 25 seconds to go. Stratus almost has his tank form. And he switches. They lost the closest ultimate thing they had to an ultimate here to win this map.
It was
to keep alive.
It was working, and then it didn't. They got the Diva, but they couldn't get anything more.
Graviton for Wavy.
Oh no, Wavy moving in, Graviton up, gets it in, doesn't get eaten. Here come the cloaks. Could this be a counter hold? 3 seconds left. NRG, gotta touch the payload. They get on it just in time, but they're so weak. Specs can't grab the goats. Oh my god, this could be a ridiculous hold. One good hold deserves another. All stories of map 4 might have been exaggerated.
Specs is coming back.
here.
He's got grab. He's coming back. If they can just keep this payload contested, there's a good chance they can still win this fight.
Fozzik has to fade on in. Specs, a Graviton, and a Prayer. Respawn's coming in. Overtime.
Oh, no!
is done. Oh! It happened. How has this happened?
Do we have a replay of me saying, what if we use our imagination here and the goats full hold them? I know we don't have a replay of that. I'm just saying.
I don't think I've seen this ever in Overwatch. This has to be some sort of record for holds out of a spawn point on an escort map. This is like that old Envious v Complexity Dorado, where Complexity couldn't get out of their spawn, and then if Complexity in some parallel universe wrecked Envy even harder. That shouldn't happen. That should
See,
have been a...
you know what, ZP? That is why these tournaments are so important to have in the Overwatch scene. You get a team like the Goats, who won the open season twice now, who actually lost against one of the teams that played in this tournament, then came back and won in the grand finals, and they beat a top dog like NRG. That's why these are so important to have, and that is why, honestly, Goats deserve to have that victory. They found a comp that worked really well for them. They found out how to play it perfectly, and it worked.
Yes, credit where credit is due to the Goats. I'm just absorbing the spectacle of what we just saw. But credit, look, whether this is the true form of this meta right now, where you don't need a Hanzo, you just need a Brigitte, a Will, a Way, removing the S key from your keyboard. I don't know, man. But the Goats, they played it better. They came back from obliteration on day one, where Envision just had their way with them. They climbed the mountain. They took down NRG. They're the champions of Overwatch.
They're now the Mountain Goats, as we'll call them, as they
Yeah.
win this big tournament again against contenders teams. I think that just shows, like, in the trials coming up for contenders, you gotta watch out for this team. And just to reiterate for you guys, Goats had to play 5 matches today, and they won all of them. It's not like they just kind of showed up and like surprised people with this meta they're playing with the strategy. They've had 5 games shown, 4 at least for NRG to watch and figure out a counter strat, and no one was able to do it today. They even tried to play in a mirror, and I think actually, to be fair to NRG, if they had maybe a couple days of practice with this meta, of actually playing it themselves, I think they could have taken this to the whole series and potentially won. But damn, Goats.
I really have no other words. That was a spectacle, if nothing else, where, look, there's many different ways to appreciate Overwatch. I'm going to appreciate a ridiculous hold matched by an even more absurd hold. And I guess we get to analysis. That's why I didn't really like the Bastion pick coming out from NRG, where, look, it was exciting in the beginning, it worked on the Diva, but I do wonder if they could have just gone through if they played standard from the beginning, because switching off of that just wrecked their ult economy, where they didn't have to reinvent the wheel there. They just need to get a few meters. That's it.
I mean, okay, so they got a D suit onto Kaluj, which is massive because he went straight in for it. They completely took him out of the fight. But like from there, they should have been able to finish Kluge off, but Kluge actually ended up getting away. I don't even know how the hell that happened, but he survived. He escaped from that one, and the Stratus kept taking damage over time. It wasn't able to heal it up. I don't believe. Well, because with no mercy, you don't have the damage amp for him, right? And you don't have like consistent healing because they were using Moira and Lucio, who are on the low ground. So it's not like you can kind of heal him on the high ground with Moira, because that's her biggest downside is long fights and healing up things. And then Lucio would just have to depend on his lousy AoE healing. And eventually you'll run out of resources at Bastion to heal yourself.
It makes sense. And at some point, the robot has to go down. We saw Strauss explode into pieces, and he was almost a metaphor for NRG in the course of the series. But, well, this is going to wrap things up for us, Jason. Any final shout outs before we head on out for the night? I know I have a few, but you get the floor first.
Yeah, saving the best for first, I guess is how they say it, right? No, yeah, shout out to ZP, you know, being here, bringing me back to come cast this. Always enjoy it. And also, of course, Dashner for doing a great job at observing and doing all production for us. To Tifa for admitting, and of course, the Beat guys for making sure this happens. And of course, the sponsors. Gotta give a big shout out to AMD, to Soylent, of course, to Plexter, to Twitch, and of course, my fancy new Sennheiser headphones that I'm wearing. And yeah, and thanks everyone for watching, because without you guys, it wouldn't be possible.
I echo all of that. And again, big shouts to the production here. Dashner always does a phenomenal job, takes the weight off of my shoulders, where let's just say I've been cursed with internet far too many times. So just thank you to everyone for making this happen. Thank you, viewers at home, for tuning in and making these events a fun show. And I don't know what we just witnessed, guys, but that was a spectacle. It was fun. But we'll see you guys here next time, whenever that may be. I'm ZP. That's Jason. Thanks for tuning in.